Welcome to today's podcast episode titled, Finding Freedom in Authenticity, the Path to Maximal Productivity. In this fast-paced world, dominated by hustle culture, the concept of productivity often seems tied to strict guidelines and high standards. We find ourselves trapped in a never-ending cycle of to-do lists, deadlines, and self-imposed limitations. But what if true productivity doesn't come from rigid rules, but rather from embracing what genuinely inspires us? Take a moment to imagine a child at play. Their laughter fills the air as they chase butterflies, build forts, or create games with simple objects. There are no looming deadlines or judgmental eyes, only joy, curiosity, and unrestricted exploration. This essence of freedom, of pursuing what sparks passion, can be a powerful source of productivity that many adults have let slip away. As we transition from childhood to adulthood, we often lose touch with this innate drive. We replace it with the weight of societal expectations, internalizing rules that dictate we must follow a predefined path to achieve success. Ironically, this structure can become a mental prison. We start convincing ourselves that we should only pursue acceptable careers, conform to predetermined paths laid out by others, and adhere to stifling structures. But what if we were to reclaim our authenticity? What if we dared to pursue our genuine desires and let go of the fear of judgment, embracing our true passions and interests without compromising our authenticity, can breathe new life into our productivity? When we align our actions with our innermost desires and values, we tap into a wellspring of motivation and energy. We no longer feel like we're forcing ourselves to adhere to someone else's expectations, but rather we become driven by our own purpose. This sense of alignment unlocks our full potential, enabling us to achieve maximal productivity. So how can we reignite that spark within us? It starts with self-reflection and embracing our unique selves. We must unlearn the limitations we've internalized and give ourselves permission to explore what truly excites us. By letting go of societal pressures and the need for external validation, we create space for authentic growth. Finding freedom in authenticity means embracing our quirks, passions, and unconventional paths. It means trusting ourselves enough to forge our own way, even if it goes against the grain. When we embrace who we truly are and pursue what genuinely drives us, we tap into a limitless source of productivity. So, let go of the shackles of societal expectations and dare to be your authentic self. Make room for joy, curiosity, and unfiltered exploration in your pursuit of productivity. Remember that the most productive path is the one that aligns with your true essence and passions. When we trust our instincts and do what we truly want, creativity blossoms. By exploring without restrictive thoughts, we discover our true abilities and interests. In fact, when we approach tasks with enthusiasm and a light heart, like a carefree child, our productivity soars. We get more engaged, worry less about the outcome, and thrive in the process. Take the stories of famous innovators like Steve Jobs, for example. He often talked about following his intuition instead of traditional business strategies. He encouraged others to pursue their passion, leading to groundbreaking products that revolutionized technology. Every step of that journey was driven by a vision he lived and breathed. When we think too much and worry about how we'll perform or fail, it stops us from making progress. We get caught up in what if and should have thoughts, which keeps us stuck. Instead of focusing on action, we spend our time worrying. But taking action, even if it's just something small, is often harder than thinking about it. Thinking feels safe, but it actually holds us back. To break free, we need to embrace uncertainty. By stepping outside of our comfort zones, we open ourselves up to new experiences, ideas, and ways of thinking. Letting go of the fear of judgment can be liberating. It allows us to be our authentic selves, which leads to productivity. So how do we start this journey towards authenticity and maximum productivity? It starts with taking small steps. Ask yourself, what activities excite you or align with your passions? Set aside time for these pursuits, even if it's just a few minutes each day. Pay attention to how it feels to immerse yourself in what you enjoy. As you give yourself this freedom, you'll notice that motivation and creativity naturally come to you. Suddenly, work feels like an exciting adventure instead of a chore. Eventually, when you do what you love, you inspire those around you to break free from their own mental prisons. Productivity becomes a ripple effect. Enthusiasm is contagious. A community of passionate individuals can transform the landscape of any endeavor. In the grand tapestry of life, the most fulfilling path is often the one that allows for organic growth. It's about having the courage to pursue your unique vision beyond the confines set by others. Yes, there will be challenges, but approaching them with the openness to learn and adapt opens doors you never knew existed. Maximal productivity isn't about strict rules. It's about embracing life in all its chaotic glory and finding a way to weave your passion through your daily pursuits. So, take a deep breath, step outside your comfort zone, and start doing what you want. Remember, it's not always about the destination. Sometimes the journey, filled with exploration, spontaneity, and hope, is where the most profound productivity unfolds.